Hello, my name is Agnieszka. Welcome to my YouTube channel called Agi Sales. In my channel, I want to talk about the subjects in a permanent makeup industry that really no one is talking about. And I want you to feel comfortable here. If you feel perhaps lonely in your journey, maybe you just started, maybe you're a trainer and you want to find the community for someone who will understand you, you are in the right place. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. So I would like to talk today about posting on social media, what is actually works. Perhaps you posting your before and after pictures, perhaps you showing yourself, you following the trends on the Instagram, but yet still no one is booking. I know I've been there. Likes by the family, closest friends, amazing work, and no sales. I did a big research in the area and I saw that technicians who didn't have as good skills as mine, that they had more bookings. So then I went through their social media. I saw the massive difference, which in my head make no sense. This is the moment where I start to realize that people picking the technician not because of their skills, is because the way they communicate with them. I had a client coming to my studio. She booked for permanent makeup eyebrows. And what I did is I simply asked her, for the first time I did that, what made you to finally decided to have this procedure done? She said, I'm tired of spending time in the morning of drawing my eyebrows. And then I goes like, wow, that's it? Something that simple can be that simple. Is that the way to communicate? So I went to the consultation forms of my clients. Some of them are coming back to me regularly every 2 years. And I make a few phone calls. Mary, tell me, why did you book your eyebrows for the first time? Okay, yeah, so I took a notebook. I start to make a notes. Okay. And once you did them, how did that make you feel? All right. So I make another notes. Okay. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Bye-bye. Next. Consultation form open up. Emer. Hi, Emer. I have a question. It's Agnieszka here. Listen, I was just curious, I'm making this kind of plan, the strategy for my social media, and I'm calling to my regular clients. I hope you don't mind. I'd be so appreciative of your feedback. Tell me, what made you to come to me on the first place? Why did you decide to have your eyebrows done? And I make my notes. Okay, right, done. And tell me, what was your biggest concern? What you were afraid? Okay, and how you feel now, months after the procedure. Right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your help. See you on our next appointment. Boom. Another client. So doing that, I start to hear the language of my clients. Why they decided to come. And do you know what? None of them told me because of my techniques, because of the strokes that you made, because of the density of the color and company you're working on. No one mentioned even that. They were talking about themselves. I was struggle, I lost my eyebrows, or I was overplucked my eyebrows, I felt uncomfortable, I didn't like the way I look. So it was all about them. Then I thought, wow, what a massive difference. So I start to focus all my attention, the way I communicate with my clients based of what they told me, used the language they used to describe me, why they came to me on the first place. And to be honest with you, everything has changed. So I start to create it live videos on the regular base. Even like I'm sitting in the clinic, I have another 40 minutes till my next client. I quickly eat my sandwich, I set up my phone, play live. And this is what I was talking about. Today, I'm answering the questions which I received from my clients, in the private message, whatever, question and answer on the basic day-to-day during the week, just press live. And I was using the language, using the sentences, exact words I heard from my client. So on the other side, my potential clients were listening to me, and what's happened automatically, they felt I'm talking to them. Since then, everything has changed, because I know everyone telling you there, and I was super confused as well. Talk the language of your ideal client. Pick your avatar. So, okay, makes sense if you're thinking now it was easier for me because I had clients already which I could reach out. But you can do the same even when you're starting. You can ask your friend, what would make you to decide to have permanent makeup eyebrows done? Have you ever considered to have it done? If yes, if not, why not? Start to ask questions. The same I did when I start to train the technician. I start to communicate the way, like, let's say if that was the advanced training, I will start to communicate the way. You're not sure every time doing eyebrows for your client? Are you not satisfied? Are you feel worry inside you? Are you feel fear that client will not be happy? Every 10 minutes you checking your phone to see will you receive complaint? Doesn't have to be like that. And very important thing to remember is, don't think what your clients think, because we might assume this is what she is afraid, but that not necessarily might be the truth. So when you're thinking about the dream results and pain points of your client, don't think about them from your expert point of view. You need to think about them from the client point of view, because your expert point of view might be completely different than how she feels. Let me explain that to you. So let's say that I'm thinking about the procedure now, right? So my potential client might be thinking that what her dream result is, not spending money on the pencils. Or she might be thinking she feel old without the eyebrows. She's missing her eyebrows how they looked before. Where I, as an expert, might feel that she want to have frame with the eyebrows on her face. Or I might think that she want to have more fluffy look eyebrows. But it's completely two different dream desire results of my professional opinion and of the way the client feels. The same about the training. I hear so many times where the technicians try to sell their advanced trainings like, the new advanced technique, learn how to do the perfect hair strokes. But when you start to communicate, do you want to save extra 40 minutes on each client? I will teach you how to speed up your eyebrows treatment, that the results are still beautiful and satisfied for your client, and you have more free time for yourself and your family, or you can add extra client to your calendar. So communication skills is everything. For the clients, at least we talk about the clients who only looking for discounts and promotions, but they will not be your regular clients who trust you, likes you, and coming back to you. For them, the promotions are not matter. So if you don't want to sound desperately and pushly, that's what I hear so many times. I don't want to sell. I don't want to feel salesy and pushy. How do you think you look if you know that in 2 weeks' time you don't have a treatment booked and you're giving discount €100 eyebrows? Special offer, end of September, €100 for permanent makeup. And there is technician who is charging €600 and she still has a client. So this is more pushy, desperate, and salesy. If the client don't feel the need, the trust to buy the procedure with you, doesn't matter if you will give free eyebrows treatment, you might get some clients. But even if you give 150, it will still sound too expensive to the clients because they can see the value. They don't feel the need to have this done. And if you feel that the subjects nobody talking about in our industry, you find these subjects interesting, what we are talking about today, please subscribe to my channel. I see you in the next video.